What's up guys, my name is Austin Wayne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so today I'm going to break down exactly how I regained about 32 pounds of pure muscle mass within the time frame of 6 months, okay? Now quarantine was difficult for everybody. Specifically guys, I was locked in Ukraine for 8 months and then I was in Mexico for another 6 months without any gym access. And I also converted to veganism at the time. So I lost a lot of muscle, okay guys? So guys, I'm just gonna break down exactly the protocols that I used to regain all of this muscle mass. So this is going to be best if you lost muscle mass, if you used to be fit in the past, guys, you can use this, or maybe you're just curious because obviously a transformation like this, 32 pounds in 6 months, there's a lot of questions in terms of natty status. I don't even take supplements, guys, so it's pure natural. It's 100% pure muscle mass, 32 pounds. Bear in mind, guys, I am 6'5" with a 7-foot wingspan, so obviously 32 pounds on me is a lot different than somebody who is 5'9" with a 5'9" wingspan, okay? Without further ado, guys, let's go. First of all, guys, if you are new to my channel, I would love if you smash the subscribe button. I'm growing an amazing community on this channel. Also guys, follow me on Instagram at AusWayne with 2 S's. I post some really fire content on that platform as well. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, so we are going to start this video off with a little bit of background knowledge, okay? So I got shredded for the first time at the age of 18, okay? So I look like this, and now guys, I was 6'5" at that time, and maybe a little bit shorter actually, but about 190 pounds, okay? And then about 8 to 10% body fat, okay? So I sustained this physique for years, and pretty much guys, after that initial burst of training, I would say the first year, 2 years, once things start to plateau, you just lose motivation, guys. And at the time, guys, just life in general, kind of started getting to me, you know, you're working so much, you have so many different things. The training sort of just falls into the background of your life, and it no longer becomes the primary passion, and it just drives you and wakes you up every single morning, you know, you're not always pushing yourself for PRs, you're just chiseling yourself and becoming the best absolute version. And guys, just pushing your body to its absolute limits. You just kind of get into that very stagnant state, guys, where you just sustain your physique, but you're not really pushing for anything more. And I feel before quarantine, guys, it was kind of like that for me. I was 6'5", 190, and I didn't really push myself too much after my initial gain process because I got to a physique that I was very content with. I looked like a Greek god and I was very satisfied. I didn't really care for any more gains, okay? But after losing all of my gains, guys, by external factors completely outside of my control, because I was still working out this entire time. Don't think I stopped exercising for a year. I always kept working out every single day, okay? So guys, just losing all this muscle mass and losing all of my gains that I worked so hard to actually achieve initially, because those first 2 or 3 years, I was grinding with my bulking, cutting cycles. I was obsessed with it. So losing all of those gains, guys, I really felt I lost a big portion of myself, especially being a personal trainer, guys. I have so much passion when it comes to fitness and just aesthetics, everything. So losing that, it was very, very hard for me, and it was probably the most humbling thing that's ever happened to me. Okay guys, so this all began 6 months ago. I was a wet 160 pounds, pure vegan, probably 8 to 10% body fat, but not the good kind, you know, just the skinny guy with abs. It looks very weird, especially with me being 6'5". I just did not look like myself, guys. You can see it in my face, my neck. If you go watch my old videos, the first videos on this channel, guys, I look almost like a little Holocaust victim. I did not look healthy. I did not look like I was very fit at all. So guys, I actually began my first process with a lean bulk, okay? So I bulked up to 15% body fat from about that 8 to 10% body fat over the course of 2 months while doing full body workouts in the gym. And guys, it really just made sure that I wasn't overtraining anything and I was maximizing the results best I can. So I started off probably the first couple of weeks, guys, mostly doing machine-based stuff, just because at the time I did not want to push myself too hard. So if you're just going back into the gym, guys, it's very good to start with machines. I would say that do that for maybe 2 weeks or so. It's a really good way, guys, to just get yourself back into the gym, get yourself back into that consistent routine. So I did that for 2 months and I started gaining some size. I gained a lot of muscle mass. You can see I look way bigger, but the thing is I gained quite a bit of fat and my abs pretty much completely disappeared. So I was about 180, maybe up to 190. I wasn't completely sure with the weights. It would fluctuate and I would use different scales. But my physique was not impressive, and it actually probably got much worse than the first physique just because I lost my abs and overall it was not very aesthetic. It looked more average than where I started. But this was the bulk. This was the way that I actually wanted to start things because I already started off shredded. But guys, I would say, let's say like you took a year off training. So for me, I did not take a year off, but I took a year off of weight training, okay? So I would say it's typically going to take about half of that time to regain that muscle back. So if you took a year off of training, it'll take 6 months of training to get back to where you left off. So for me, it took me about 6 months to get my physique fully back to where it was peak. But now I actually pushed my physique past peak. Like I'm actually 12 pounds heavier than me at my peak right now, which is honestly like really insane. Okay guys, then after this, I did a 2-month cut. Now, if you are cutting and you still have 1 beginner gains or you're rebuilding muscle mass, you can keep building muscle mass when you are actually in the deficit. So for 2 months, guys, I was in a deficit. I would literally only consume fish, chicken, eggs, and then like veggies and some dragon fruits, maybe a little bit of dark chocolate every now and then. So I did this every single day, guys, just having my single one meal, about 2,000 calories, and then my weekly refeed. And then at the time, guys, I actually switched up my training protocols. So I went from like the 2 to 3 times per week full body, and I went to 4 to 6 times per week posterior anterior chain split. So it's essentially just going to be the chest and shoulders and then the legs and back, because I don't want my legs and back getting too large, because I feel like it actually throws off your physique depending on the aesthetics that you are actually going for. So guys, I've been doing this, and then that just really caused my physique to pretty much just skyrocket. Like I gained actually weight doing that, but I sculpted my abs in the process. So here's that little transformation from the 15% body fat to back to like the single digits. And I did that in about 2 months, and it just completely transformed my physique. And I feel like that got my physique back to where it was pretty much where it was before, you know, whenever I was peaked. So, and honestly guys, I think I did actually grow a little bit before. So before, let's say I was 190, but 6'4" peaked, but now maybe I'm 6'5", 6'6", and I'm like 202 pounds peaked, you know? So it could be a similar amount of muscle mass, but to me, my strength is actually through the roof. Like I've never actually been this strong. And that's actually been the key, guys, like pushing yourself and pushing myself to really just be as strong as possible. Like I said, guys, there's like this fire inside of my heart. Like every time I go to the gym, it just pumps me up. It's really exciting. And I want to push myself as much as possible. So I listen to music that just really gets me fired up. Like guys, I literally feel like a teenager again. Like I'll listen to like hardcore Eminem, like Lil Wayne, like old school stuff. And I just listen to this really aggressive music and I just get pumped up and I hit those PRs. Like today I had 255 pounds on my bench press. Before I lost gym access, guys, my PR for bench was actually like 225. So 255, that's a significant improvement while being in a deficit and eating 1 meal per day. That's pretty insane, okay? Now guys, the past 2 months, I've essentially just been at maintenance. So throughout the week, I'm slightly under maintenance, and then I have 1 refeed or cheat day where I go quite above over maintenance, maybe about 35 to 4,000 calories, just because I love cheat days like this. And so guys, I'm willing to eat a little bit less throughout the week, just have a day like this to really fully enjoy my diet, you know? And obviously if you're maintaining, you can't really have cheat days, so it's good to just go a little bit under throughout the week. And guys, that's also going to keep your physique in order as well, because you're losing a little bit of body fat throughout the week, and then the refeed day is going to spike the hormones that you actually want. So guys, this maintenance phase for the past 2 months has actually been pushing my body to new limits as well, because I've been gaining lots of strength and lean muscle. So what this actually means is if I'm staying at that same maintenance caloric intake, those same macros, and I'm still building muscle mass, that means I'm going to be shredding more body fat because my metabolism is just going up and up. And also guys, I started retention, and I feel like I have an extra burst of energy just after doing retention too. So my strength has been through the roof. But honestly guys, I'm completely satisfied, completely content with my physique now. My biggest thing is I want to get as strong as humanly possible and see what my body's truly capable of. You know, like I want to do chin-ups with 3 or 4 plates. Guys, my bench press has to be in the 300s. You know, like I want very intense numbers so that I can just keep taking my body and keep taking myself as far as possible, okay? So if you're watching this, guys, and you lost muscle, maybe you took time off the gym, maybe this can help inspire you. This could be a little process that you can actually use to apply it to yourself, because I've never actually really experienced body recomp or just really rebuilding lost muscle mass. So it's a long process, and if you have a lot of passion for it like I do, it could be a little bit stressful. Or maybe like your country, you've been locked down ever since March 2020, and so maybe like the gym just opened, so now you're just getting back into the grind. Okay guys, so I hope this video helped you guys out. Once again guys, I'm an online personal trainer. I've helped hundreds of people actually chisel physiques of their own. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one to get your physique in order guys and just create the best absolute version of yourself, hit the link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation with me. And now guys, that's pretty much it. Once again, if you're new to my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button because I'm growing an amazing community. I love everybody who subscribes to this channel. And guys, like this video to push it out into the YouTube algorithm. And that is it. Bye guys, I love you.